Now, this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be addressing something that's come up recently, and it really, really dug under my skin because I saw this headline before it was even an article on Search Engine Land. I saw it on LinkedIn, I saw it on the PPC subreddit, and the first thought that I had was, okay, I wonder if the person that had these changes made just authorized a Google ad rep to make changes but didn't even realize it. But after digging and doing some more research, I found that this is really concerning. I wanted to bring it to everyone's attention. So, what happened is Google had a rep that made changes to an advertiser's account, and it was all unauthorized. And these are the changes that were made: adding new ad copy, headline pinning adjustments, and altering bid strategies. This guy, Andy Youngs, who is the co-owner of PPC People and creative lead at some other company, just made a public announcement saying that he's had a Google rep actively make changes to a client account without authorization from us or the client. The changes they made, including writing ad copy, adjusting headline pinning, and changing a bid strategy, don't even show in the account change history. Has anyone ever experienced this before? The fact that it doesn't show in the change history is very concerning. That's the first thought that I have here. And then the other thought too is Google typically want to protect themselves, and to avoid any level of liability, they usually would ask you if you agree to making specific changes. Now, in the 5 years that I've owned my business, have I ever had a Google rep that asked to make changes on my account? No. But, and I've been doing Google ads for over 10 years. I haven't had any Google reps in my experience working for Fortune Global 500 companies all the way down to like little mom and pop businesses, small businesses spending $1,000 to $2,000 a month. Never had a Google rep actually make changes to my account, but I have seen them offer to if you authorize and approve of it. And typically how it works is they'll send an email saying, here are the changes that we had discussed, do you authorize? Or it would just be an automated email saying, we noticed that you're not opted into smart bidding or these different things. Would you like us to opt you in or make these auto apply recommendations? You click on that button and that is your authorization to Google to make the changes. But going back to this, Andy Young said that he did not authorize his Google rep to make changes, and the change history doesn't even show that these were made. After doing some digging, I found out that what happened was the Google rep made the changes and then emailed them saying, I made these changes. So the Google rep actually put themselves in this situation by admitting that they went ahead and made these changes. I find this really concerning, and let's just address what Ginny Marvin has said, and then I'll talk a little bit more about my thoughts on this even more. Ginny Marvin, who is the ads liaison at Google, she followed up to Andy saying that she's here to confirm that we've investigated this and found that we did not properly follow our processes for ensuring approvals are granted before making changes. I can also confirm that this was a mistake and not intentional, so taking accountability here. That said, we take these issues very seriously and are taking steps to address them. Unauthorized changes to Google ad accounts are completely unacceptable. There is absolutely no time and place for it because we need to know what's actually happening in our ad account. That's the whole reason why we have a change log too, so we can see what changes were made in our account. If let's say we forgot, we changed the bid strategy last week, or we upped the bids on some other thing, or we removed this audience, we need to be able to go back in a change log and see what actually happened. The fact that these changes were made and this advertiser was not able to see the change history is extremely, extremely concerning. And this is just the latest incident in highlighting this erosion between Google and its advertisers. Google's just really in the business of getting as much advertising revenue as possible, or just as much revenue as possible. So they have these reps come in that have never ran a Google Ads account before, people just learning on the job, not really trying to understand your business, but trying to push Performance Max and all these other new tactics on you, and smart bidding and all these things. And while there is a time and place for using these different campaign approaches and tactics, there is no reason why you shouldn't be able to see the change history. And there's also no valid reason why a rep should be able to go into your account and make changes without your approval. So I do find this really concerning, but what I will say is I haven't heard of this as something that has been a repeated issue. In the past 10 years that I've been running Google Ads and I've been managing accounts for small local businesses all the way up to Fortune Global 500 companies, have never had this happen or seen it. Although I have had some prospective clients say, well, Google made some changes in my account, but I think they had authorized it through an email. Like Google will send these sneaky emails saying like, oh, you're not opted into enhanced conversions, or you're not opted into smart bidding. So go ahead and make these changes by clicking on this button and we'll take care of everything for you. So there are things that Google's automated system can do if you accidentally click on a button. So that's also something else to be concerned about, because Google's really designed their platform in order to trick people and advertisers to get more money out of them. And I find this really, really concerning and very unethical. So what I'm trying to get at here is we need to stay on top of our accounts. And if we see any issues come about, the best place to make an announcement or get Google's attention is probably on LinkedIn, just like this Andy Young's guy. So if you've seen this happen, make an announcement on LinkedIn and tag Jenny Marvin and see if you'll be able to get a response from her. I'm not too concerned that this is going to be an ongoing thing, especially because this has made search engine land and it's very public information now. But do keep in mind that Google reps are not looking out for your best interest. My sentiment is that Google reps are not very good at their job in terms of helping the advertisers, or what their job should be, which is helping the advertisers get the most return on their investment. They are just trying to get you to adopt to Google's latest and greatest things to get you to spend more and ultimately increase Google's bottom line so that they can get a commission at the end of the quarter. So I want to hear your thoughts. Leave your comments below on what you think about this, and if you've seen this happen in your accounts. But I will say is I wouldn't lose sleep over it. I would just be cognizant that this has happened and Google has admitted fault. And if you've found this video helpful in any way, I would love it if you could give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. And if you are looking for an audit or managed services and you're spending at least $2,000 a month on Google Ads, don't trust the ad reps, reach out. I'm more than happy to have a consultation with you if it's a good fit, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.